Marketing. It's getting hot outside, it's getting hot inside, and we are saying enough. I don't want you or you or you or you or you. I want you. Because when you talk about a good-looking fan, when you talk about a fan that is not a dust magnet, that isn't a safety issue, the Dyson wins every single time. And that's why all over the world, people are choosing the AM07. It's their tower air multiplier that obviously is bladeless. It doesn't have that choppy sound that you normally get with all these usual suspects out front. HSN and Dyson, it's no secret, have had a partnership that goes back a long time, a couple decades now. So Dyson give us at HSN the best values, the best prices, there's no doubt. We're doing tonight, for Debbie and I, down from $370 to $279.99. We are going to do free shipping and handling. It's just back in stock, the first airing of the season, and I have both colors available as well. So this is the signature white. The remote control lives right there on the top. We're going to show you how it works, why it works, the magic behind it, but there's only one person capable of showing off that magic, and that is Gemma Kent, who returns. How are you?
Hello, good to see you.
I'm so happy you're back. I missed you.
You know what, I miss you so much, I brought your own pinwheel.
This is the biggest pinwheel I've ever seen. Look at the size of a normal pinwheel. Well, I'm very, very honoured. I will treasure it, thank you.
You can join in the fun with this no blades, but we have to prove that it is moving that airflow. It works. Fantastic. It's going to be louder than this.
It's going to blow you away.
It is going to blow you away. So why do we love our air multiplication technology? You know, you've used fans before. You've probably spoken into one and sounded like an alien. Well, there's no blades. There's no choppy air. We don't waste energy if we don't need to. What James Dyson and his team of engineers figured out is a really efficient way to move that airflow. And notice I say airflow. So whether you use your air conditioning unit in the summers, because we're getting there, let's be proactive, not reactive. It's going to move that airflow around your home. You've got 10 individual speed settings, not just low, medium, and high. So you can really customize it to your home. And then what you have is a sleep setting. So if you go to bed one temperature and you wake up another, or you change temperatures in the middle of the night, this can switch off from 15 minutes all the way to 9 hours. But what's beautiful about it is that it sits just about 3.5 feet tall, so you know you're going to feel that breeze. Let's bring the breeze inside.
Bring the breeze?
Yeah, bring the breeze.
You always come up with these taglines, Gemma. You're like a marketing genius.
Bring the breeze.
Bring the breeze with Gemma Kent. It's a new show every Thursday night. We're excited to bring the breeze, though, into our home, because when we feel hot and bothered, we make everybody else hot and bothered because we're not happy. I get grumpy when I'm hot, don't you?
I do, and there's only so many layers you can take off. You know what I mean? You've got to be aware of your own self. People say they have their own personal summers. Well, you know, it's ridiculous. We want to be able to customize our home to the best temperature for us. And you know, we've got multiple rooms in our home, but we're not living in multiple rooms. This can go where you are. It sits, like I said, just at 3.5 feet tall. But if you like me, here's a demonstration where you can take it in your home. I like to say it's about the size, I would say, between a salad and a dinner plate.
Yes.
And you don't need to put it in the center of your room. Right. You can put it in the corner because you've got that air multiplication technology, so it's going to multiply the airflow up to 15 times. You've got those 10 individual speed settings, and you're going to operate it, just like you see there, with a remote. Now, that remote is wonderful, so that means that you don't need to be sitting next to it in order for it to work and for you to feel the benefits. So you set your favorite airflow, whether it's 5, which is mine. It's a nice breeze. If you need to be blown away truly, number 10. And just like that, you can go to bed and have it switch itself off. And you can vouch for me here. It's more like a white noise, very calming, very soothing.
And you know, Gemma, this is the thing now. Everybody's doing these white noises.
Yes.
These like sleep machines that you can buy.
Yes.
This gives you that same type of environment. So not only is it keeping you cool, it's creating this white noise that helps to lull you into this deeper, better quality night's sleep. So we're winning on a lot of levels here. Remember, we don't need to sell Dyson. Dyson sells itself. Well, we can really make a difference is in the price, and we are down to $279. Again, Gemma, we can buy this in every premier retailer all over the world, but nobody's got what we've got.
I double-checked it.
You did?
I did. I was like, so I have to say, it's not refurbished.
No. Thank you for saying that.
Because I get asked, you know, but it's because of our relationship with HSM. Now, the other thing I want to mention, we're talking about this airflow, we're talking about, you know, how we can liken the engine to a turbocharger, but you need to know it's only around 6.3 pounds, 6.25 to be exact.
Okay.
But don't let that lighter weight fool you. We've got some light here. We're going to use a fog machine. We're going to bring the lights down a little bit just to demonstrate how far this pushes. Wow. Okay? I'm going to do it again because it's so fun. Friday night, talk about that. A little bit of fun. Air multiplication technology. Now, air multiplication is a really fancy engineering term, but you're working with a private engineering firm. That's what Dyson is. People forget that, you know, even though it's a global company, it is a private company. So a lot of their, you know, money goes into research and development. And so what they discovered, if you have choppy air, Sir James Dyson says, it's like being slapped in the face with the airflow.
There you go.
Well, no one wants to be slapped in the face with the airflow. No. So they removed that turbulent airflow. Turbulence wastes energy, so we're making it more efficient by removing that choppy air. So now when I say bring the breeze, it's because it's an uninterrupted stream of airflow. At 10 individual speed settings, you get to customize it for your home.
It's smooth sailing, it really is. And everybody in the room benefits, obviously, because it's oscillating as well if you want it to. So if you're sat on the lazy boy and somebody else is sat on the sofa, everybody gets the benefit. When you talk about fans, if I said to you, draw a picture of a fan on a piece of paper, you would inevitably draw something that resembles one of these guys down front. Because, Gemma, this is what we've grown up with, right?
It is. And, you know, Dyson, I have to give them a little bit of a call out here. They take technology we're familiar with and they improve upon it. They solve problems other people ignore. A fan exists. So why don't we just, you know, live with it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the best it can be.
Right.
So Dyson, what they've done is they've re-engineered what we've come to know and made it better. We're improving your life by solving problems other people ignore. And then what we do is give you that 2-year warranty, so that what Adam and I are discussing is what you should be receiving. But you know, there's only so much that I can tell you. You're going to get this home and experience it yourself, and you let us know what you think. I read what you say, I see any questions, but just some housekeeping. It sits about 3.5 feet tall. You've got a remote control right here. It's also magnetized. Let's talk about solving problems other people ignore. I'm going to give it a wobble.
Yeah.
You can see it's on, but the magnetized remote doesn't go anywhere. Everything we're discussing is operated from there. You've got the oscillation, which is 90 degrees side to side.
Easy for you
Goodness
to say.
gracious. And you've got the small circle and the large circle. Looky me, these are all images. I don't have to read a book to understand what they're doing. So you've got a small and large circle that's going to increase and decrease your airflow. Then you've got that sleep setting. I love a sleep setting. You know, I didn't grow up with a fan that has a sleep setting.
No, me neither.
And I tell you now, I'm so spoiled, I cannot go to bed without a fan on.
Right.
Because I need that duvet, I need that comfort,
Yes.
but I also need to bring the breeze.
When you bring the breeze, but you're snuggled up under the covers, it feels so good.
It does.
And we can make that happen this summertime for you. What I like is that we've got the first of the season rather than it gets really hot and then we run outside to the store, the big box store, we buy a fan and we have to get whatever they've got left, which is never any of the good stuff. I've got the bestseller, the #1 brand, the most advanced. I mean, you talk about patented. There is no other fan that has as many patents on it as this one does. Dyson were the ones that reinvented the wheel. It's bladeless. It's safe for the children, safe for the grandchildren, safe for the pets. It's safe and it's easier to manage. It's not a dusting nightmare. It doesn't get all the, you know, the dust clinging to it like traditional fans do. And let's be honest, you talk about the size of this, whether it's on the floor or a little higher, it becomes a part of the room. It's not a distraction like these are.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. So we don't want you to hide it in a closet. We don't want you to hide it, you know, in the basement or the cellar, so you have to go and dig it out. First of all, remember where it is.
Right.
In fact, you get to choose what color you want, and the sleek design, now this is a little bit of an inside scoop. Sir James Dyson actually went to art school first.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did. So like the, you know, the appeal of his products is something that sets us apart because you want to leave it out. It is a conversation piece. It looks like a piece of art. But then the design, everything works together. Even this aperture, I believe it's 1.8 millimeters. Why is that so specific? Well, that means that it controls the airflow. We've got this beautiful animation here. We're going to draw the air in at the base, you know, really bringing it in, and then we're going to increase that velocity of that airflow. So we're going to increase how much air there is by increasing the speed at which it flows, and we're going to force it up through and out of the loop. Now, the measurements are so precise. Remember, engineering company, scientists, they're studying, maximizing that airflow so that it's going to come out at the speed setting that you chose. Now, they liken it to the aeroplane wing and how the air goes over, and that's how that air multiplication works. So it comes through, it comes around, and then you've got that continuous airflow, because there's no blades, coming from that slight aperture at the back here, so that you're getting that continuous breeze. I like to say it's like the ocean breeze.
I always leave smarter after a presentation with you, Gemma. It's like a full-on science lesson, and I'm here for it. I love it, because now you understand why it looks like magic. The truth of the matter is there is an incredible engineering design, patented, of course, which all brings this amazing technology to life. We're excited to have it. We only have 12 minutes left, and we're busy. I'm going to do the colors really quick.
Yeah.
If you're looking to order, the two colors we have are, I don't need to look at my card, it's as simple as black or white. Black or white. White is the most limited. If you're looking for that signature white, like you see in all the commercials, that is the white. Or we have the gorgeous, sleek, executive black, if that's the one you'd prefer. Again, we're doing the first of the season special, which saves you even more money. We're down to $279.99. And you know, it's something that I'm not really focusing in on too much, because I think we're all hearing a lot about it, and I don't want to go down that road. But I do want to stress, with technology and the potential for prices to rise, I would rather you bought sooner than later, because these prices were locked in several months ago. Where they end up during the summertime, I have no clue. But obviously, I want to save you the most amount of money, and this is the price that it was always planned to be, without any increases as of yet. So bear that in mind. When you're spending money on a higher ticket item, you want to make sure you're getting that rock bottom price, and that's what I can guarantee for you today. The other thing as well, I should say, we're doing an offer on an HSN credit card. If you apply for the HSN card, I can save you another $40 off, which is not nothing. That's a really big extra discount. So apply for the HSN card, you get $40 off this or any other single item purchase. White or black, white is the more popular at this moment in time. Gemma, you've shown us how it works. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got all the, where are you walking to?
I should have just kept going, and we would have ended up in the hallway. We're not going to be scheduled together again. This is ridiculous. Don't put two British people and expect us to act responsible.
That was
okay.
hilarious.
You just kept going. I should have kept it going. We're going to end up with a cup of tea. No, we're going to have a bit of fun, Adam.
Yes.
It is Friday
always.
Night Fights,
Always.
right? It is. So we're going to bring the lights down a little bit, and we're going to see that airflow, the air multiplication technology in action. So I use the fog to demonstrate how you're really projecting that airflow. So I want you to imagine sitting in your favorite chair, across the room from your beloved new bladeless fan, be snugly in your bed, have one in your children's room. Both of my daughters have one in their room. Yes. Why? Because there's no blades, so it's safe for little fingers, little toes, little tails. And then you can select the airflow.
Yes.
Now, 2 children, 2 dogs, a husband and me, means that that remote can go missing.
Easily.
It can. But look, it's still there. It's on top. I can give it a shake. It's magnetized, so you're always going to know where that remote control is. Keep that. Oh, it feels so lovely. Have you felt our remote control?
It's always funny. They do have a lovely feel to them. They do. It's not normal, is it?
It's not. I know it sounds silly, but the way it sits in your hand,
yes.
It's that luxurious feeling.
And it's like this little curved going on.
It is. It's curved. And yes, everything serves a purpose. Everything's working together in harmony. It's a perfect marriage between the engineering and the design, because we want you to leave it out. And everything is thought of, even the cord. Okay, if you have a home where, I don't know who designed your house, but they pop those plug sockets in the most inconvenient places, 6.5-foot cord.
That's a good length.
That's a good length. It's great, because now you get to choose where you want to put it, not your plug socket.
It's all the little things that matter. It's all the little things that count. So you start from the basic. which is, you know, the idea that it is getting hotter. It's the time, it's the season, it's the moment where things start to escalate. And we know when we're hot, we're not happy. We know when we're tossing and turning in bed because there's too much heat. We can't sleep well. We toss and we turn all night long. We wake up and we feel grumpy. If you're sat in your favorite chair in the living room and it's too hot, you're not happy. So we need to get a fan. The question is, what fan do we get? Do we get a box fan? Do we get a traditional fan? Do we get a tower fan? How much noise does it make? How much maintenance does it need? How much cleaning does it require? Is it safe? Is it effective? Is it going to oscillate? Does it have the timer feature? Does it have all the upgrades that a Dyson does? When you buy a Dyson product, an air multiplier, which is the more correct term really than just a fan, you're buying something that's going to be with you for years. It's not just a thing. It is a true part of the home. It's something that we're proud of. It's not an eyesore, and it delivers the results that are reliable. It delivers the results that we know are going to cool down that room, that living room, that kitchen, that bedroom, and it's going to do it faster than a traditional fan would do. So the reason to get a fan is obvious, but when you look at the options that are out there, I mean, Gemma, I'd rather spend a little bit more and get something that will be with me for literally years and years to come.
You know, I say I like to live practically posh, like that's my whole thing. I like to be practical, but have a bit of luxury. And so what I feel with Dyson, it is a perfect marriage between that art and, you know, the design and the engineering. You want it to work exactly as Adam and I are describing. And all of these fans here, they serve their purpose, but would you like to clean this? Would you trust it around your little pets, your grandchildren, your children, your small children? I certainly wouldn't. Little fingers, little toes, little tails, no thanks. But when you remove the blades, not only is it removing that extra waste of energy, so you get that uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow, but now little fingers, little toes, little tails, sure, leave it out. And when it comes to cleaning, oh my goodness, there you go. Is that just so simple?
Right.
It's so easy. And that's the game-changing, that's what it is with Dyson. They get rid of the nonsense. We want you to have that, you know, we want you to bring the breeze. We don't want to give you a bunch of extra tasks on top of bringing that breeze. And that is what's game-changing about Dyson.
You talk about vacuum cleaners and you talk about hair products now, all these beauty tools that Dyson are just pioneers in, and you talk about fans. They are the leaders in the world, and people pay more for Dyson, and typically Dyson don't discount, but they do for us, and they do for you, and they have done for many years. That's because HSN was a big part of bringing Dyson here to the United States to be able to tell their story. So the folks at Dyson, Sir James Dyson himself, has worked with HSN over all these years to make sure that we can offer the best values. So this is the world famous AM07. It's one of their best-selling tower fans. It's the best-selling opportunity that we have at HSN this season to get a really top-of-the-line product. And we're down from $370 to $279.99. So it's not just a little discount, it is a monster-sized discount on a product that Gemma typically isn't. And I'm glad you brought it up. You said the quiet part out loud. Those of us that are maybe online Googling and searching and comparing and shopping, and there's nothing wrong in doing that, if you're seeing a Dyson AM07 at around this price, look closely, because more than likely you're looking at a refurbished product, right, Gemma?
And I want new.
New.
And you want new.
Yes.
And you want something, and it feels like a gift. You know, I really remember one of this holiday morning with my father-in-law. Now, he's a man of few words. He spent his life running a drywall company.
Oh.
So he spent a lot of time with himself. So he doesn't say anything unless it means something. And I got daughter-in-law of the year because he saw Dyson written across that box. And we are entering wedding season. We really are. And I'm telling you, when you're giving the gift of Dyson, it is that trusted brand. It is that 2-year warranty. But you're able to take something like this when it weighs only 6.3, let's get technical, 6.25 pounds. I mean, a gallon of milk is 8.6 pounds.
There you go.
So take this where you use it. Does your garage have AC? Because our garage certainly doesn't. Oh, garage? Garage. There we go. I'm getting better at my American. We take that in there. We've been sorting through a lot of stuff. It gets sweaty. We popped our Dyson AM07 out there. easily breezily, and I'm not blowing dust on myself.
No.
That's the other thing too, because it's so easy to use. We have a covered lanai. We use our Dyson AM07 there. We have our living room. We have our dining room. I remember a guest coming over for dinner and they were running a bit warm. We gave them the Dyson AM07. The thing with Dyson is it does exactly, we used to say in England, it does exactly what it says on the tin,
yes.
right? It's this old phrase, what you expect, it delivers. And that's what I love. I get a bit spoiled with Dyson because it does exactly what it says. 10 individual speed settings. You have the sleep setting from 15 minutes to 9 hours. You have the oscillation, which is just a fancy way of saying that it turns side to side. And it's all done by just a little simple press of the button. There's no books to read, there's no class to take. It's so easy to use. And you take it out of that box, you clip it together, you plug it in with that 6.5 feet cord. Remember, you determine where your fan goes, not the plug socket, and you're good to go. You don't have to sit on top of it, next to it. You just need to have that remote control, sit in your favorite spot and switch on your Dyson AM07.
And that is the reason why that Gemma and I have been out here with these pinwheels, because it's the only way to show you, to demonstrate that it's working. You know, traditional fans that have the blades that buffet and they make all the noise and the sound, you can see they're working, but they cannot be in the same league as this type of fan, because this is just a whole different generation. If you've always wanted one, make this the day that you get it. We can guarantee the best value that we've got for the start of our season. It's an opportunity to, as you said, Gemma, be proactive, not reactive, right? Let's not wait for it to get too sizzling. Let's get it right now, because we know we're gonna need it, we know we're gonna use it, and we know we're going to love it. There is a 2-year warranty, and of course that legendary Dyson support. That is something they are famous for. Reputation matters, and even without Gemma and I saying it, you already know that Dyson is amongst the best companies in the world. We're stood next to the white, which is their signature color. We do have the black available as well, but the white is the most popular and the most limited out of the two. Gemma, it's confusing sometimes because Dyson makes so many wonderful products. This is their hero standalone full-size fan tower that is most popular in America.
Air multiplication technology, and you said a beautiful word, buffet.
Yes.
There's no buffet.
No.
You're not getting slapped with the airflow, you're not getting choppy air, you're not being uncomfortable. It's just such a simple, lovely, luxurious way to cool you down. And it's something that you will use every single day. Because you're not telling me, my mother-in-law just told me it's snowing, she still has a Dyson fan out. Because it doesn't matter what's going on outside, it's what's going on inside. And when it's hot, you know, outside, we need to cool down because it heats the whole house up. When it's cold outside, what do? We put on our heat and we get too warm. So we use our fan again. This is something you'll use every single day, all the year through, because you're able to customize that airflow for your home specifically. Again, just a bit of housekeeping, 6.5 feet cord, which means that you get to determine where it goes, not your plug sockets, because you've got a beautiful long cord.